What is up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to some Microsft Flight Sim 2024, where today we are looking at the FlightBeam San Francisco Captain's Edition. This is an add-on airport for San Francisco. So some of the first things you're gonna ask and probably wonder, okay, why would I buy this? Especially if you have one of the upgraded packs that comes with a default up, like a handcrafted San Francisco. And that's a fair point. As well as, do I get a discount for this? And so let's kind of go over a few things. First off, yeah, I've looked at this, and I think it's one of those things that could go either way. I've noticed some things that are a little bit nicer about this that make it look a little bit better than the default one, the handcrafted one. So I'm kind of going to leave it up to you. I think it's one of those things, if you've been to San Francisco, you know what it's supposed to look like. You probably are going to want this just because of some of the small details. However, I don't know if I could justify the full price. I think it was like $29.99 or $20, which overall is still not bad. But let's kind of go over some of the things. So some of the features it lists are 4K textures, the dynamic jetways. So it has the VDGS system and the A, B, E, and G gates, and that's the pull-in system that tells you like farther come, or you're too far, you need to come up farther, you need to go left or right. Some interior modeling, custom tarmac objects, optimization, airtrain animation. It is coming with an included GSX profile, so if you have GSX, that's kind of a nice little bonus. And then just elevated runway guard lights that are animated. So a few small things, but let's kind of go ahead and look at it. Overall, it does look good. The modeling is very nice. It is pretty high quality. I do like FlightBeam. I've had their San Francisco since FSX, P3D, 2020, and now 2024. However, this is kind of the only one. This and Denver are the two that they they have competition. So they did model in some of this exterior stuff, which is nice, as well as I think these bridges might be modeled in. I'm not sure. The air train does exist in the base model one, but I'm trying to see if I can see any of the models moving. I saw some earlier. They might not have them come all the way out over here. But overall, the buildings look pretty good. You have the United hangars over here. I actually got to go in these one time. It was a very, very cool experience. The textures look really good. They do look a little bit better than the default. I was thinking about doing some side-by-sides, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to let you go off of what you have. I figure your best bet's pull up this video, look at it, and then kind of look at what you have, and then kind of see. The textures do seem similar to what we had in P3D, but they're definitely, if they are higher quality for certain. They do look very good. The lights are really nice. I think that's a little bit of a step up from the other ones. Now, looking over here, first things first. Ooh, gotta love the 57-300. Such a good plane. We do have the iconic San Francisco jetways. They're very unique. I don't know how many other airports I've seen that have a jetway like this where you park the plane and they scoot right up to it. Let's go think. We do have the old naming scheme with these F gates. No, sorry, these are the correct ones. I forgot. It used to be numbered. These used to be like 70s or 80s. Now they're F19, F18. So this is updated for that. A nice little glider park there, which you do you, and a 777F. Overall, having these gates I like personally. It's a cool part of San Francisco, so that's one of the things that I'm like, it's a nice little bonus. Let's take a look and see. They did mention some interior, but I do not know where it is. Here we go. Looks like we have some in here, which this is actually very, very spot on to what these gates look like in real life. Actually, right over here you have security and a Amex Centurion Lounge, and then you have the connector that goes to the G gates, now or the 100s, and now the G gates. Let's see. These are modeled interior. I like this level of interior modeling. Personally, this is my ideal. You don't really see a lot inside, but you see enough that this looks pretty on par with looking through the windows of the airport. Because these are pretty dirty in real life, and it's kind of hard to see. But overall, I like it. Looks like they have a stoplight here. I don't know if that is the VDGS system. However, I'm assuming it's gonna be redone to be something a little bit nicer, and it might just be 2024. Next thing I noticed, multiple jetways. Now for me, I was able to test over here on my KLM aircraft. I was only able to get one jetway up. I'm assuming though, if you're running GSX Pro, I think is the current version, you'll be able to kind of mix and match the jetways. But just having two jetways, even if they're not usable, it's a small thing, but I like it. You know, that's kind of one of those things with this add-on. A lot of this is going to be, I like it, I think it's good. It's just kind of, where are you in terms of what's important to you? Now we're going to come over to the A380 capable gate. Overall, it looks good. They actually have both lines in, because you can run this as I think you can run it as two separate gates in real life. And you have a narrow body here, and maybe I know another narrow body here might be possible wide body. Same for this gate, you could have narrow body and narrow body. Um, I don't think that's where Jetway's supposed to hook up on the Embraer 195 E2. But overall, things are looking pretty good. I'm not really getting anything in terms of stuttering, bad frames. We have this monstrosity. Mom, I want an A380. We have A380 at home. So overall, that's looking good. I did see a tram over here a few minutes ago. There we go. Honestly, it's a cool little feature. Not a big deal. That's I'm good either way. The interior does look pretty good. Let's just go under this. Kind of cool. It's one of those places you never see. But uh, I like that they modeled these signs too, because that's you're only ever gonna see this if you're looking around. But you know, I do enjoy those small features. Over here at the A gates, things look about the same. We do have another A380 capable gate. Well, some narrow body gates. Everything's looking pretty good. There's not much I can really comment on. This is a nice little feature. I forgot what this is technically referred to as, but pretty much the point of this is if your aircraft is coming and landing this direction, so I think that's runway 19, and so if it's landing and it for some reason can't stop, this stops it. It is insane. If you ever look up video of these tiles, they're insanely good. They yeah, the aircraft goes onto here, and they're soft, but they're hard, if that makes sense. So it's not going to damage. It will damage the landing gear, but it's not going to like kill the landing gear. But it provides just enough stopping force to slow down the aircraft, and that's pretty common on most major runways nowadays. But overall, that is a very cool little feature. Trying. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of that. That's kind of funny. Uh, we have the iconic San Francisco Airport Control Tower. Looks very nice, very good. Oh, you can even go in it. Yeah, I like some small stuff like this. That does look very nice, very clean. Great view, though. Let's go over here and check out the hangar over here, as well as it looks like they modeled in the 767 that's parked next to the SFO tanks, which I don't imagine these are used for anything now with how small they are. They're probably just, it's iconic. I mean, when you think of San Francisco, if you've ever landed here, especially on the 1-8 runways, or no, not 1-8, I forgot whatever those runways are, but you'll know those. Or if you ever land on those runways, you'll know that, yeah. These are iconic and they're always there, as well as the safety training 767 that I don't know what it's used for anymore. I assume it's been retired, but it's just a cool little feature. I like when they add in these iconic landmarks. Over here, nothing. I wish they would have added in a 747 or two, a very iconic uh, area. You used to see United 747s parked over here back in the heyday. Small thing, not a big deal. We have a hangar and the fire station over here. Looks very nice. Well, pretty much that's everything, guys. There's not much to really discuss. Price wise, I think this was the $20 to $25 range. However, they are running sale. They do run sales. Uh, I would suggest picking it up. I like San Francisco. It's the main airport I like to fly out of. So I will definitely. I purchased it the minute I saw it. So out of 10, 1 out of 10 for price, I'd give it 7, 8 on the $20 to $25 range. That's pretty much on par. Actually, I'll give it a 7 on the price. Optimization, I'm seeing about a 7 to 8 there. A little bit of lag in some places, but overall, it's running pretty smooth. I'm not seeing any noticeable differences between the stock handcrafted one from Asobo and this one. I'm trying to think what other stuff. Texture's really good. Interior was a nice bonus. I don't really like to focus on the interior because some devs do it, some don't. I think I'm good either way. The interior was nice where they had it, where they didn't have it. It's not a big difference. Some pros are the double jetways and the GSX implementation, even though GSX sometimes can be a hot mess. Cons are you already have a decent one that came in air quote free with your purchase of that can't remember what version. And it doesn't really do a lot to improve on that. It makes the airport more realistic. That's truly what it does. You're really focusing on your jetways, some textures. It kind of expands on some of the buildings, so you kind of have more handcrafted stuff in that area over here at the Coast Guard area and right here. But besides that, that's kind of it. So out of 10, I'd give this probably an 8, with the caveat of unless you're gonna fly out of San Francisco a lot, or you don't have the handcrafted one, I wouldn't purchase this just because I don't think the changes are that much. But until next time, y'all have a good one. Goodbye.